Welcome back to another riveting video with Miss Lopez doing geometry. Let's get right into it. So we're going to go ahead and do example 1. So it says plot the following points, and then they give us the points K, I, T, S. I've already gone ahead and plotted them. Part A tells us to construct KT and IS, which are the diagonals of the kite. I've done that in blue here, and to label the point of intersection E, and I've gone ahead and done that as well. So let's go ahead and just jump into part B. By the way, if you need to pause the video and make a quick sketch for yourself, you should feel free to go and do that just so that everyone is on the same page. Okay, so the first part of the problem says that they want us to find the lengths of KE, TE, IE, and ES. So that's a lot of lengths. And it looks like those are the smaller segments that make up the diagonal. So let's start off with finding KE. So to get from K down to E, I'm going to go down 3 and over 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I make my right triangle, I've got a 3, 4. Oh, and this should ring a bell. This is a triple. So if I've got two legs, one is 3, one is 4, that means the hypotenuse is 5. So that means that KE is equal to 5. All right, now let's find ET. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and get rid, KE is equal to 5. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Let's see how far we have to go to get from E to T. So I have to go down 1, 2, 3 over 4. So I've got another 3, 4, 5. So TE is also equal to 5. So that means that this segment and this segment are congruent. And I'm going to go ahead and mark my diagram just so. All right, the next thing I want to do is find the length of IE. Okay, so to find the length of IE, I want to make another right triangle. And let's see. So I'm trying to find this length in blue. And I'm going to redraw this over here. This is I, this is E. So let's find our horizontal distance. I'm counting 1, 2, 3 spaces, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 up. So, oh wow, another 3, 4, 5 triangle. What are the odds of that? I actually wasn't expecting that to happen. So IE is equal to 5. So now I can go ahead and mark this with the same tick marks as I did the other two. Okay, and then the last thing that they want us to find is ES. So let's see how far I have to travel to get from E to S. Let's make a right triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So one of my legs is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the other leg is 8. So I've got a right triangle, and I'm trying to find ES. Here is ES. This length is 6. This length is 8. Let's go ahead and do Pythagorean theorem. So it's going to be 6 squared plus 8 squared equals C squared, because that's what this is. So this is 36 plus 64 equals C squared. 36 plus 64 is 100. Okay, and then finally we take the square root. So that means that C is 10, which means that ES is 10 units long. So this is 10, and then all of these other units are 5. ES is equal to 10. All right, and then the next thing that they want us to do is to find the slopes of KT and IS. So the slope of KT, well, for that, I want to do, I'm just going to go ahead and plug that into y2 minus y1. So I'm going to look at these numbers, so KT. So I'm going to do 9 minus 3 all over negative 8 minus 0. So let's see, 9 minus 3 is 6. And then negative 8 minus 0 is negative 8. So that's the slope of KT. And the slope, and let's go ahead and reduce that fraction, so divide my numerator and denominator both by 2, so this becomes 3 over negative 4. All right, now let's find the slope of IS. So for that, I'm looking at the other two coordinates. So I have 10 minus negative 2 all over -1 minus -10. And that becomes 12 over 9. And when I reduce that, that becomes 4 over 3. Oh, so when I compare the two slopes, I notice that I have opposite reciprocal slopes. So that means that the diagonals are perpendicular to each other, which we already knew based off of our properties from yesterday, which is great. And just as a reminder, in a kite, the longer diagonal is the perpendicular bisector. Of the shorter diagonal. Let's do some harder coordinate problems in the next example.